Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel here, and today I am going to play Yominokuni. I think I've kind of said that right, but sure I haven't also at the same time. But I've been really wanting to get to this game, and I'm finally getting to play it today. So let's just get into it. It's an Otome Jam 2023 entry, and I've seen some of the summary or the introduction on the game page on itch.io, which I will all, of course, as always, link in the description below. But I'm just very excited. The music already is quite fun and really sets up, I feel, my ideas of what might be happening here. So yeah, let's just get into it, because I'm dying to know what's gonna happen. Oh, insert my name. Cade Izumi. I think that's fine. Right? Yeah, that would be fine. Lately, I feel like I've been just letting the default main character names be in the playthrough, because, you know, it most of the time really fits the vibe of the game. And so I want to respect that. But also sometimes, like, the names I would put in don't really, and the names I would pick usually, like Marie or Blue or Chantal, are not fitting the vibe as much. So we'll stick with the default character name, main character name. Anyways, let's get into it. I also like that we can close this in and out. I like this feature. Fun. Okay. My wrists were burning, fingernails digging deep into my flesh. As I tried to scream, a giant hand grabbed my face, covering most of it and making it hard to breathe. To free myself, to run away as far as my legs could carry me. That's all what I wanted, but I couldn't. No matter how many demands I cried out to my body, it did not obey me. Be a good girl and shut up. Who's this? I don't know. Enveloped in jet black darkness, I could not pinpoint the origin of the voice. However, there was the all too familiar stench of tobacco and vodka that burned my nostrils. Boss, why the hell isn't the drug working on this brat? How the fuck would I know? Just keep her quiet until the van gets here. She's gonna make us a fortune. Okay, so they've kidnapped. They kidnapped us. I mean, I could gather that from the first couple sentences, but we were with other people. How many men were there? Were there only two? Or were there more? There was no way of knowing for sure, but one thing was clear. My fate was sealed. Is this how I'm going to die? Oh, I like this little flashy. Sorry, I'm gonna get distracted by all the cute little extras, like nice little touches on screen. No, it can't be. I don't want to die. I'm scared. I mean, fair. Very, very valid emotions. Could not even imagine being in a situation like this. Never would I wish that upon anyone. As though somebody had finally heard my pleas, the forceful hands around my mouth and wrists dropped. The men's noises became quieter and quieter, and seemed to fade into one another, until a new warm voice slowly fought its way through. Although I had trouble understanding it, the feeling that spread through my chest was all too familiar. Oh, whose voice is this? Shelter. And this familiar-sounding stranger called my name, called for me. Cade? I don't know whose voice is this, so we'll just do main character voice until we figure that out. It is Cade, right? I'm gonna say Cade. Cade! Hey, Cade, wake up! Oh, this is much different than I thought it would look like. As though someone had grabbed me by my hair, my upper body jolted upward, my eyes wide open. Oh. Oh, we're in a lecture hall. My lecture halls did not look like this. Disoriented, I tried to snap back to reality. The lecture hall, which only a few minutes ago was packed with fellow students, was now deserted. My tired eyes met an anxious pair, so familiar to me. Haru's, my childhood friend, was sitting to my right. Can I click on this? Oh. Hello. What glossary? Can I see? Is it in here? Is this a glossary? Is that the backlog? Well, this is the glossary. Haruka-sano. Okay, so this is Haruka-sano. This is the prologue. Haruka is your childhood friend. Haruka-sano is your best friend from early childhood days. The two of you were in the same classes from pre to high school and practically inseparable. Wow, okay. Okay, so a bunch of characters will come up here. I'm assuming you'll be denoted by... How do I go back? Oh my god, I don't know how to go back. Hold on. Okay, so for me, I just had to press my escape button to get out of the glossary. I don't know if I missed the back button somewhere or return button, but I didn't see it. But I kind of clicked everywhere while I was on pause for my recording. But that is okay, because I figured it out. It's good to know. Okay, so this is our bestie. Ah, right. We had a lecture on Japan's economic influence in the West. Okay, great. Are you economic majors? I fell asleep again, didn't I? With a nod, a faint smile formed on his lips as he slowly withdrew his hand. Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you here. Don't you have to pick up your sister? Oh, I like the music change. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. What do you mean you forgot to pick up your sister? Exactly, Kate. That's your sister. What do you mean, I forgot? How could you forget your sister? I watched as he began clumsily stuffing his laptop and notes into his bag. Maybe he doesn't have to do it often. Like, it's just like a infrequent thing. Do you want me to drive you home? Drive me home? Haru, your sister's ballet class is all the way on the other side of town. That's a huge detour. But I promised you earlier I'd cook for you tonight. Miss Brat, I swear. You can still cook for me. Just text me when you've gotten your sister home. His exaggerated pout dropped and he opened his mouth ready to argue, but I stopped him before he could interject. I'm a big girl. I can get home by myself. Your sister, on the other hand... I gave him a gentle push. A gentle push. That didn't look like a gentle push. I mean, it kind of did. It sounded like it, but his eyes went really wide. Now go. We will see each other later. You're acting like some Shakespearean lover boy. Oh, I like the little diagonal panel we got here. Juliet, oh beloved Juliet, mine heart is breaking with every second we art apart. How can this poor knave possibly desire to liveth under these preconditions? You're fun. With his Oscar-worthy performance, he waltzed down the auditorium and towards the exit. Yes, yes, heartbreak, heartbreak, heartbreak. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry at that amateur display, but I'm kind of dying inside right now. Once he had disappeared past the exit, a heavy sigh escaped my lips. I was well aware that he did, and still does a lot for me. It's just... his constant mothering sure felt overwhelming at times, even compared to the nightmares that plagued me from time to time. Really? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've not experienced this type of, like, mothering from a friend, so... I could see that, though. But the nightmares were really scary. Just, that was the first thing we saw, so that left a bigger impression on me, and I'd rather deal with mothering from a friend than the nightmares. That's really scary. Anyways, with cracking joints, I leisurely pack up my papers and got up. I should get going as well. Walk, walk, walk. Ooh, fun background. It's been years since I've had a dream like that. I thought therapy had helped, but... Oh, okay, so... They don't happen frequently enough, but still, that's scary. I shivered a bit as I thought back to that night. I don't know what would have happened to me if... No, let's not go there. I shake the thoughts from my head as I let another deep sigh escape my lips, tucking an annoying strand of hair behind my ear. Wait, keep walking. Nice pace. I like the sound effect. Today was crowded, and everyone bumping into my shoulders was not helping my anxiety or frustration. Not that it's their fault. I'm the one hung up on all of this stupid nonsense. I should really just get over this already. It was a stupid nightmare. I'm acting like a child if I really let this affect my mood this much. I mean, not really. That's quite traumatic. That's very traumatic. To have experienced that type of situation when you were younger, especially. I pulled out my phone to check the time and to see if Haru had messaged me about our plans tonight. Haru. Nothing. Okay. I put my phone away, heaving another sigh. It felt like that was all I could do today. As I looked up to keep walking, I felt someone practically barrel into me and knock me to the ground. Who is it? What the hell? I rubbed my now sore butt as I grumbled to myself, but then a hand reached out in front of me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I like your outfit. It's a fun outfit. I don't know what voice to give this person. I really, again, as anyone who's watched me before, my masculine voices all sound the same. I'm working on it, but they're all gonna sound the same right now. I let my eyes wander from the hand and took in the appearance of this hurried man. Eventually, I made eye contact with whom the hand belonged to. He was a well-dressed man with a pretty face, and he did actually look a bit remorseful. How unfair. You can't stay mad at a face like that. Fair. I reached out to take his hand, his larger one enveloping mine as he gently helped me to my feet. Are you all right, miss? You weren't hurt, were you? After dusting myself off and giving myself a quick once-over, I shrugged cordially. Doesn't look like it. Though I wonder what's so important that they have to trample over people in the street. Very fair. He gave me an apologetic smile and checked his watch before reaching into his back pocket and producing a professional-looking business card. Who are you? Here, take my card, he says with a wink, just in case anything gives you any issues. I reached out to take his card, our hands brushing slightly, and looked it over. Ray Amano. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere. Okay, phone number, email, website. The website is Varsity Finance. 123 Anywhere Street, Izumoshi, Shimani, Ken, 699-0701. This is Amano Ray. Finance manager. That's a fun business card. Okay. I don't know. Oh, can we check our glossary? Or do you have that same information? Business card. It's a business card you got from Ray Amato after he bumped into you on your way home from uni. You know it's common practice to have business cards on you, yet you are amazed at how professional this one looks. He told you to contact him using the number on the card if you have any subsequent issues. I want a business card. I will say my line of work, that is not really a thing. Um, but I know people who are like similarly of similar age of me with me, and like I know someone who's like more computer science code that world, and like she has a business card. And ever since she's talked about it, I definitely want a business card. But like, my field doesn't do that. It's not really how it works. But I kind of want to do it. Like, it seems so fun. And also seeing this makes me feel like I need a business card to be this fancy. I'd actually have to work on my website and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, let me know. Do you like business cards? Do you like the idea of business cards? Do you have a business card? Is that a common thing in your profession? Who knows? I mean, I guess it makes sense for this guy. If they're in finance. So, yes. Anyways. His voice quickly pulled me out of my thoughts. I would love to chat more and make sure you're fine, miss, but unfortunately I have to be on my way. My alarm didn't go off earlier, and I really can't miss this appointment. He gave a quick, deep bow before turning to continue on his way, smiling and waving goodbye as he called out to me one last time. Well, he seems friendly enough. I mean, again, like, I've definitely experienced my fair shares of, like, being bumped into, or, like, I mean, I haven't, like, fallen on my butt recently, I guess. Actually, yesterday, I was at the beach, and this family, like, a pair of someone in a family was, like, playing football, like, catching a football. And then it hit me. I mean, it, like, hit my legs, I think, but, like, I don't get really mad because it really wasn't anything, but that hadn't happened to me in a long time. But people are generally apologetic, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually, I know this is a game, but actually someone who's like, yeah, like, are you okay? Make sure you let me know if things happen, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's just not a thing that happens here, but people are friendly enough. Anyways, I'm gonna continue because I don't know what was the point of this story. Reach out if you have any issues at all, he says with a wink. I looked back down at the card as I began walking again, this time a little more careful. Rei Yamato, a financial manager. No wonder he was dressed so well. Though I couldn't imagine any finance managers who aren't older than time itself. There's a new generation of finance managers, I'm sure. I decided to put the number into my phone, just in case. With my luck lately, I'd throw it away by accident and actually need it at some point or another. Good call. I'd take a picture of it, also, so you can have, like, website information. Or an email stuff. A beautiful assortment of colors caught my eye. Curious, I looked up to see the countless flowers placed in careful arrangements. Guess I still have some time. I took a deep breath to take in all of the floral scents as I opened the door to the shop. As I entered the shop, I paused to admire the plants around me. The aroma of the tulips, roses, and orchids hit me at every angle. Ooh. It smells so good in here. I love places like this. I let my eyes take in the iridescence before landing on 3 people standing at the counter who seemed to be deep in conversation. Oh, 3 people. Did I do well last night? The man grinned proudly at the 2 women, putting his hands on his hips. Do they own the flower shop? Of course you did. I'm amazed that you were able to keep it up for that long. Yeah. You really showed us what you're made of. The darker-haired woman pushed back from the counter and let out a yawn before her eyes landed on me. Hey, Miura, you have a customer. Oh, I'm sorry for intruding. The sign said it was open. Was I interrupting something? Oh god, this is awkward. What did I stumble into? Should I leave? Quick, find something else to look at. My gaze fixated on a rose petal that had fallen from a pre-made bouquet. No, no, you're good. Welcome to Hanako. Do all of you work here? No, this is a family-run shop. I don't know which people, like, I don't know where I'm, like, sorry, I'm gonna mix up the voices. Yeah, my mother and I work here. Ah, I see. So, are you looking for something in particular? The colors caught my eye and I wanted to see what was inside. Everything looks so beautiful, and the arrangements seem really professional. The man let out a deep laugh accompanied by a tiny chuckle from the smaller woman. I did a great job, right? Just as I was about to open my mouth to respond to his comment, I was interrupted by the woman in the blue blazer. The heavy groan that escaped her lips echoed through the store, her eyes lingering on her wristwatch. What's the matter, Mimi? My break is over. I have to go back to the station. Ah, you're a police. I see. I can see the police badge right here. I have to go back to the station. Come on, Emmy. I will drop you off home. At home. Okay. While they do that, I'm gonna look at the glossary so we can look at what Hanako says. Hanako is a small family-run flower shop located on your way home from university. The various flowers on display have mesmerized you. How nice. Both of them hastily scurried past me to leave a narrow store brimming with flowers. The taller woman led the way while her friend happily followed, throwing a nod in my direction. Bye-bye, Ryoji. See you tonight. The cheerful one of the two waved goodbye to the flower vendor before they disappeared with the ringing of the doorbell. Now that I was alone with him, I could feel an uncomfortable silence overshadowing the pleasant scent of the flowers. Once again, I let my gaze wander through the numerous flowers on display before me. My eyes stopped at something white, something fluffy. A cat. That was my real reaction to the cat. A cat? Before I realized it, I had already made a few steps towards the white puffball. Its eyes closed. It had made itself comfortable between two flower pots. Don't mind him, miss. He is just a very cute freeloader. He's cute as a button. May I pet him? Before the man had a chance to answer, I felt the cat's paw gently touching the back of my hand. Its eyes were now opened, looking up at me with a gleam. Through the smoothing vibrations of its touch, I could sense a quiet purr. Huh, that's weird. Sorry? Oh, nothing. You can pet him. I let my hand glide over the cat's smooth fur. Without realizing, I began to lose myself in deep thought. It was as if I was being pulled into some kind of trance. This is kind of therapeutic. Actually, I can't remember how much time had passed. It felt like an eternity. Until the salesman snapped me out of my thoughts by clearing his throat rather loudly. Ahem. So, miss, how may I help you? Are you planning on buying some flowers? Or are you volunteering to take this freeloader off my hands? Oh, right. Flowers. Did we buy any? I found myself feeling a bit bored as I scanned my room from corner to corner. The ticking clock on the wall seemed to have made its mission to annoy me. I was hoping Haru would hurry up, as I was looking for any reason to ignore my dream from today, and sitting alone in my room wasn't really helping in that regard. Where is he? I checked my phone once more for a message, and my eyes lit up when I noticed Haru finally responded. Sorry, something came up. I won't be able to come over. Mom said she'd make extras if you're hungry. Okay. And he stood me up. Great. I sighed, rolling my eyes as I tossed the phone onto my blankets next to me. His mom is great, but it's weird to go to someone's house without them. Plus, I'm not going to barge in and have her feed me. They've been taking care of me since we were kids. I can't keep relying on them forever. Okay, more glossary updates. I like the glossary a lot. It's also good because I can keep track of what's happening. Oh, yes. Ever since that incident, Haruka's parents have been taking care of you as if you were their own child. Yet a sense of guilt rather than gratitude has nestled itself deep in your heart. Interesting. I began to crawl out of bed, careful not to knock over my new bouquet I left on the end table. Oh, I accidentally meant to close. I smiled a bit as I looked at all of the carefully arranged flowers, all in my favorite colors. Right on cue, I felt my stomach growl, reminding me of my current predicament, and I continued my shuffle to the fridge in hopes that I'd find something easy to make. Fair. Lately I haven't really been wanting to cook, so it's been very easy dishes to eat. I flipped on the kitchen lights before opening the fridge and looking through what I could make. You have to be kidding me. I let out a little grumble as I rummaged through everything, but found nothing except a variety of condiments of actual nutritional value. I think that convenience store down the street is open 24/7. I bit my lip as I consider my options, feeling a sense of unease pull in my stomach. Would it really be the best idea to go out late at night, though? Normally I'm fine, but I clenched my eyes shut and quickly shake my thoughts away, feeling the images from today's dream resurface in my mind. No, it's fine. I'm fine. The streetlights are still on, and I would have my phone. I swallowed the lump that was beginning to form in my throat as I tried to convince myself that the likelihood of those people ever finding me again is little to none, but I still found myself hesitating. You can do this. It was years ago. You're safe now. It's just a little stroll to get some food. Stop freaking yourself out, Cade. I gave myself a small nod of encouragement as I decided to head out. Quickly, though, so I wouldn't feel my anxiety skyrocket when the streetlights began to dim. My stomach growled louder, so I went back to my room to grab my phone and bag, and then slid on my shoes before heading to the convenience store at a brisk pace. Hopefully, they have some sandwiches on sale or something. Oh. Okay. As soon as I mustered the courage to go out, I hurried as fast as possible to the convenience store. I practically ran through the entrance, slightly out of breath. Hello. As the store clerk greeted me, I let out a sigh of relief. First part of the errand, check. I was safe and sound. I wandered through the aisles, carefully making my choice, guided by my growling stomach. I'm so hungry. Why did you have to stand me up so late, Haru? You could have at least texted me earlier. I finally decided on a sandwich and a canned sugary drink. I also picked up some cup of noodles for future Haruka letdowns. There was a discount on my favorite brand. Oh, that's always exciting. I love discounts. Okay, we got the food. We got the goods. I paid for my food, in no rush to leave my brief moment of respite to go back to the dark, unsettling streets that stretched between me and my apartment. I exited the shop, back on high alert, picking up a brisk pace to make it home quickly. However, as I came close to a dark alley, I heard rustling from a nearby trash can. Not wanting to get in trouble, I initially tried to rush by. A cat? The cat? A cat? My head reflexively turned in the direction of the meow, only to be greeted by a familiar white fluff ball. I let out an audible gasp, perhaps from the nervousness. Is that the cat I saw at the flower shop earlier? What's it doing out here at this hour? He's so far from home, too. When the gasp made my presence heard, the cat perked up and gently cooed in my direction. It walked up to me and rubbed itself on my legs. I stopped moving completely. Honestly, it was just too adorable of a moment to ruin. My anxious thoughts dissipated as I bent down to pet my new, purring friend. Why are you so far from home, little buddy? Aren't you supposed to be curled up in bed with your owner at this hour? Should I bring you home? I recalled the awkward conversation I had unintentionally eavesdropped on at the flower shop earlier. You know what? Best not to go there at this hour. Who knows what sorts of promiscuous activities the owner could be up to. Yeah, good on his cat to get as far away as possible when that happens. The cat almost seemed to understand my question as it let out a tiny squeaky meow in my direction. It then started walking further into the alley. Just before disappearing in the darkness, it turned around as if prompting me to follow. I don't know what took me over at the time, but I felt somehow compelled to follow that cat. And so I did. Following closely behind the cat, I let the darkness of the alley engulf me, completely forgetting about my anxiety of going out alone at night. Chapter 0. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now, since that is a bit of... We finished the prologue, and we've gone into chapter 0. So that'll be quite fun, and we'll have to see where this cat is taking us, and if we will be okay. I'm sure we will, in some senses, but I'm sure we also won't. Yes, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already liked the video, please like it, and subscribe, because I will be playing more of this game, soon, this week, so stay tuned. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye!